Well, Dr Zoe's fear is so bad that she can't even bear to watch an episode of I'm a Celebrity in case the cockroaches should appear. And let's face it, there are a hell of a lot of them on there. So joins us now along with the Speakmans. Do you know when this started?
I thought I knew. I thought my first memory of this was when I was in Tenerife when I was about 18, and I didn't do much travelling abroad as a child, and I remember seeing lots of them and seeing lots of them dead and kind of studying them and thinking how gross they were. And then the first real traumatic thing that happened was I was just walking down the street with my best friend Tammy, who I was there with, and one landed on our arm. And I just jumped and ran. This was in Tenerife.
In Tenerife.
I just jumped and ran, and actually ran into the road.
Right.
And almost got hit by a car.
And then it happened again when you were in Tonga.
And then when I was in Tonga doing my medical elective, this was really embarrassing because I was travelling on my own, but I met these 3 nurses who were also staying in Tonga, and they said, instead of getting your own room in the hostel, why don't you come and share a room with us? And that night, I was in bed and I just felt something crawl on my arm. And I knew what it was, turned on the light, which confirmed it, went in the bathroom for however long, just sweating, crying. Eventually came back in the room and one of the girls said, do you want to come and get in my bed? So I was so scared.
I mean, the thing is, cockroaches aren't nice. I mean, nobody really... You don't meet people who go, oh, I love cockroaches. Like, nobody likes the thought of one dropping them and falling on them. But yours is a little bit further than that because this affects where you go on holiday, for example.
Yeah. I mean, if I will Google to see if a country has a lot of cockroaches. You know, I'll always want to stay on the top floor of a hotel. I once went to Egypt with an ex, and it caused an argument because I walked into the hotel room, we got there really late at night, saw one, freaked out, I want to go home, I want to go home.
Oh, really?
They had to move us to a different room, and it's a bit embarrassing.
Even watching them on the telly, as we mentioned in the introduction then, in I'm a Celeb, you can't do that.
No, I think before I'm a Celebrity, before the series starts, they have those little teasers, and it shows the green leaf, and there's no warning that it's coming. It's just there on the screen, and it repulses me. It makes me feel ill.
We never ever do anything to surprise anyone that you guys work with. We've never surprised them. We always just, you know, test the water and test the water. Then you're going to go away. You're going to work with her. I mean, obviously, we've got footage now of cockroaches. How would you feel just me saying that? How does that make you feel?
Do you know, even the word makes me feel a little bit sick.
Yeah.
So you would prefer we didn't run that footage?
I mean, I'm here to deal with
test it.
So
it's up to you. We don't have to. If it gives you a gauge of how you're feeling, because you always sort of say on a scale of 1 to 10, so we've got something to test it with afterwards.
Are we okay to run it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you look at the monitor,
you can look away whenever you want. Just close your eyes if it gets too much.
It won't be for very long, and just tell us how you feel. So you're looking away already.
I've got a feeling there, like I'm not there. I feel sick, and I feel a little bit upset.
Okay,
we'll get rid of that now.
How can you do this?
Well, the thing is, what Zoe says is that what she described was the first realisation that she has this phobia, and that's always the case. And in our experience, we know that phobias tend to be created between the ages of 5 and 13. So that's the first realisation. We know that something came before that. So what we want to do is talk to Zoe, find out what potentially happened beforehand, deal with that with our therapy, which is a form of cognitive restructuring, as you know, at schemas, and change that.
Explain a schema.
A schema is a cognitive thought process, or basically a reference for behaviours, in simple terms.
It's almost like the way I've seen it in the past, it's like a seed. So you have something that gets into your head, and then you build around it and build around it and build around it.
And it becomes a reference for future behaviours.
And we know that we actually were talking about cockroaches. Nick was telling, because Nick used to have a phobia.
I was going to say, it's going to be hard for you because you've had this phobia yourself.
So he sympathises. But when we were talking about that, and Nick was telling Zoe about one of his most horrendous cockroach stories.
I woke up and there was one, and I could feel the antennae. Yeah,
sorry. She actually ran out of the room. But Nick's was so bad that when we were on holiday, on our very first holiday in Florida...
Do you have to talk about this?
We saw a cockroach in our room, and then the next thing he said, we've got to go. We packed up, and I heard him saying to the lady in reception, I'm really sorry, but we can't stay in that room. There's a cockroach. And this lady said, but sir, you know, this is Florida. We have roaches here. And he went, yeah, I know that, but my girlfriend
refuses
to stay in the room. So you blamed
Eva, that's very
Wow.
naughty. But yourself, you don't have it anymore. I mean, you probably don't like them as much, but so...
Actually, I do like them, yeah.
He's all right
She
now.
fixed you.
And,
I think that helps. I think that helps, knowing that Nick's been there himself and he sympathises. Because this is a silly thing, really.
Can
I'm
you
a
fix
rational
her?
person.
Well, yes.
Let's see.
Let's
As long as
see.
she behaves.
Good luck.
Got the
Good
length
luck.
of the show. We'll see you at the end.
Well
and by
done,
the end of
Zoe.
it, I'm pretty sure you'll be juggling cockroaches.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
Zoe told us about her extreme phobia of cockroaches, which is so bad she can't even bear to watch an episode of I'm a Celebrity in case they should appear.
Well, hopefully that fear has now come to an end. In fact, I just noticed something there as we were doing the introduction. The Speakmans have had over now to help her overcome her phobia. She's back with us now. We asked you earlier on if we could run that footage.
Yeah.
We didn't ask you this time.
Yeah.
And there's dog paws on the floor, by the way. Scrabbling around was. You just watched that.
Yeah, absolutely fine.
How do you feel?
Watching that, absolutely fine. I feel very differently towards cockroaches. I kind of feel a bit sorry for them.
Okay,
you?
so this is a massive turnaround. You thought you knew where this stemmed from.
Yes.
Which was when you went to Tenerife and a cockroach landed on you, you ran into the road and nearly got run over. Was that it?
Yeah, that's what I thought, because, you know, I could have lost my life due to a cockroach, but actually we've discovered that something happened earlier than that, and it all started watching an Indiana Jones movie. And they're in this particular movie, which is, I think we said, the Temple of Doom.
We think,
Temple of Doom, an actress called Kate Capshaw, she has to put her hand through this hole, and around the hole are all these cockroaches. So basically, what Zoe did, she's copied her fear, and blamed the cockroaches.
And so that's where it all stemmed from.
She immersed herself in the film and became the lead actress.
Which is all very nice, which is very helpful. So how do you turn that then?
By giving us some... So she had a thought process and a particular belief around cockroaches, and we've just given her lots of evidence to see them from a different perspective, really. And we said to her, look, you know, you've got to see it for how they are and not how they felt, because that's what she was ultimately doing. She was engaging those feelings from being small and fearful. So we've kind of just given her lots of new information to see them from a different angle.
Well, let's see how it works then in that case. If you're happy with this at any stage, just say stop. If you'd like to walk up with us now over to the table. You never would have been able to do this before.
No, absolutely not. I can't.
So you're now already, this is extraordinary because you are next to them.
Yeah.
So that means you can now watch I'm a Celebrity.
Yes, I can.
So that's
great.
okay.
How do you feel if I were to grab hold of
Can
one?
you actually do that, Eva? Because the thing is,
Well,
no one
you know,
likes them, really,
Got
do
to
they?
take one for the team, haven't you, occasionally?
Do they fly?
They've got wings, but they can't fly.
Okay,
they
good.
They glide.
Okay.
Oh my God, Eva, you are the bravest woman
So
I've ever seen.
This is the poor... Some of them have got injured wings.
Yeah.
So I was actually feeling... Some of them I feel quite sorry for.
Yeah,
'cause
she went
they're-
doctor in you.
they're
She
injured,
She went
and I
into
can
Dr
touch this
Zoe
one.
mode and said, can we fix this little wing?
And then there's actually a wing in there that you can actually pick out. That's it there. You can pick out the wing. I feel it. It's really delicate, and it's actually quite pretty.
I think she's cool.
Is it only you and I that aren't OK with this now? What are they
actually
all
all
Get
doing?
a little baby. She have a little baby.
Come on.
How's that? There was-
I don't want to
Give
pick
them
one
a
up.
chance.
I don't want to pick
Give
one
them a
up.
chance.
I don't need to.
Why? Come on.
I've got enough friends. I don't need to make friends with those.
Oh, well done, Philip.
Literally.
Look.
Go
So that's
away.
quite an active one.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the active one?
You feel okay about this, or is it a bit too flighty?
I feel afraid when they're active. I still feel a bit nervous that I'm going to throw it,
Yeah.
and then I could injure it.
And you don't want to hurt
And
it.
The thing is, Zoe, you've had this potentially all your life, so you've got to
touch
give it a
it.
chance to process. We've only had an hour with you.
Yeah.
But Holly, do we need to work with you?
No, because I don't want to like them. It's fine.